Welcome YouTube, I'm back with another video. I know what's shocking. As promised, it's my Supergirl recap. Okay, now I did watch all of last season of Supergirl, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, but I did think CBS did mishandle it a little bit. They are trying to focus the show on girls, and, well, mind you, she's a girl She's a female superhero, doesn't mean girls are going to watch it. Guys are going to watch it a lot, too. So now she's moved over to CBS, and you can just tell. Just when the episode starts, this season is going to be good. The energy's different. We do meet some new characters. Some we know who they are, some we don't. I'm going to go over the new characters first, and then I'm going to talk about returning cast. Okay, and what I thought about them in this episode. Okay, so let's start off with... Damn, what was her name? I want to call her Miss Luthor, because I cannot remember her name, even though I just watched the episode, I'm so terrible. But Miss Luthor, who we meet in this episode, she was okay. I really haven't gotten a feel for her yet, to see if she's actually going to be a villain, or if she's going to be a hero. I mean, her last name is Luthor after all. But she's kind of the center of the plot because apparently someone tries to kill her. Apparently played for by her brother, Lex, who, wink wink at the DC Cinematic Universe, is in prison. That was a slight wink towards the Cinematic Universe on that one. He's in prison. So, yeah, so the plot kind of centers around her. I mean, good character. Actress did a good job. It's just, I don't know where they're going with her. You know, if I could tell you where they're going with her, I'd let you know. She's probably going to end up being some form of a villain at some point. Because, if you guys remember on Smallville, Lex started off as a friend and then became a villain later. Toward the end of the run. His run on the show. So that could be what they're doing with this character. Who, I'm sorry, I can't remember her first name, the same last name. The important part is the last part. Luthor. She's a Luthor, which means she's probably going to be a baddie. Yeah, unfortunately, because she is kind of cute. Not really. Not my type, though. So I don't go with evil, vindictive. Yeah. Okay, so next, we also meet James Corbin, who in the comics is Metallo, I think is how you pronounce it. Superman bad guy. Who, of course, will be in the next episode as well. He's a bounty hunter. Apparently, there's a high-profile target. This is the guy you hire. Gets his ass kicked by Alex. But not much in this character. I mean, it's all setting up the Cadmus plot, really. So, and which is where he gets taken to at the end of the episode. Which I will talk more about later. But, and next is, well, the big one. Superman, played by none other than my boy, Tyler Hoechlin. Now, I like Hoechlin. I mean, I'm sorry, I've been watching him since he was on 7th Heaven. And I didn't initially follow him over to Teen Wolf, but I did watch him on Teen Wolf. The guy can act. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, it's no doubt. And I love his Superman portrayal because he's not the dark, brooding Superman we've been getting in the DC Cinematic Universe, or DC Extended Universe, I think is what they call it. But he's not that Superman. He's more in the vein, as another YouTuber said, he's more in the vein of Christopher Reeves, which I have a tendency. Since I watched him in the episode, I have a tendency to agree with him on that one. He does kind of portray and act more like the Christopher Reeves Superman, which is great. I mean, they did have somewhat of a nod to the Christopher Reeves era a couple of times, like when he's talking to Perry White on the phone and a few other times. I like this Superman. I mean, he's classic Superman. Now, his costume, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the brass things on the shoulder holding the cape, but to be honest, it's been growing on me. I wasn't a big fan when I first saw it in the teaser stuff I've seen on the internet. But then when I saw it in the trailer and how it would look in the show, it looks a lot better. But Hecklin, I like him because he's kind of making it more lighthearted, more cheerful, which is what Superman's supposed to be. Not some big brooding. Yeah, I don't get what they did with Henry Cavill's version, but whatever. But okay, let's see if there are any other new characters I need to talk about. Oh, I'm just gonna mention her just because it's a spoiler for plot. No, I'll mention her later. She's not really a character. She's just a. All right, returning cast members. Okay, let's go with Jimmy Olsen. Well, it's good to have him back. Win, who ends up now he's looking at DEO. Did I say that right? Yeah, DEO. Win, Jimmy, Cat Grant, they're all back. Supergirl was great in the episode. I'm not really going to go into detail on the old characters, just because we know them. But let's get into the plot of the episode. Plot of the episode is they start off and a spaceship is crashing, and apparently it's being covered by Bolt, which is, well, at the beginning of the episode, it's picked up right from the end of last season, which is the them chasing down the Kryptonian pod. There we go, Kryptonian pod. Ugh, I cannot talk today. Which them chasing down the Kryptonian pod, which I thought the CG looks so much better in this part. I mean, the whole episode, CG looks great, but especially here, it just you can tell CW is willing to spend out some major dough for their show. It's spending out the dough where it needs to be spent. Instead of filming in LA, they film in Vancouver, which they film cheaper in Vancouver, so they're able to put it where it needs to go, like in the CG department, which it desperately did need. And next is next thing. So they chase it down and end up, and there's a Kryptonian boy inside. Well, of course, John George, or Henry, or whatever you want to call him, the head of the DEO, of course, is skeptical about it. Well, of course. I mean, he's been fighting aliens for like ever. Of course he's going to be skeptical. But okay, so after that, Kara and Alex are talking how she's got her first date with Jimmy. Finally! Dang, waited all first season for that shit. Alright, so, so they talked about that, and then we get to the date, and Jimmy shows up at Kara's house. Well, we see Kara trying to pick out a dress, of course. Homage to last season, her putting out the sweater, remember? Which was great. Except for now she's doing that, Supergirl time. Oh, God, that was terrible. God, sometimes some of the things that come out of my mouth. Okay, so, so she goes to answer the door. It's Jimmy. He's got her favorite food, which is pizza and something? I don't remember. But yeah, so apparently both the news coverage in Metropolis and the news coverage in Nashville City are both covering the spaceship launch, of course. And something goes wrong, so of course Supergirl and Superman have to go. And this is actually their first actual, well, we get to see them on screen interacting, and I think it was greatly done. Well done. I mean, you can definitely tell that they feel like family. And of course, Superman sticks around. And as they're investigating it, they find out about Mrs. Luthor and everything else that goes on. And now it shows her brother's trying to speed this up here. I'm trying not to go through every little minor detail of the plot because it was extensive. And also, they're still teeing up the thing about last season. Okay, so they find out who's trying to kill Arlo, which is James Corbin, who I will talk about at the end. really in detail. Um, and uh, and so okay, so and apparently Superman and John George don't get along because John George has been holding kryptonite at the DEO, and of course Superman's like, I can't be involved if you got kryptonite involved. Okay, which understandable. Okay, yeah, this is his only major weakness. Yeah, he's not gonna want to get involved with that around. I don't blame him either. Would you want to? Let's say your biggest weakness is something. Would you want to get involved with something? Say you were allergic to animals. Okay, dogs, dog dandruff. Okay, you wouldn't want to be a vet. I mean, that would make you miserable. It's the same basic concept here. So, understandable. Alright, but Cat Grant is still talking to Kara about her job proposal. And ends up, it's revealed at the end of the episode that Kara picks reporter. Sure enough, Cat Grant pulls out Kara's resume, and right when she met Kara, Cat Grant wrote down reporter. And this is when she hired her to be her assistant. She always knew Kara would be a reporter. I mean, she is Clark's cousin, so of course reporting is kind of in her blood. I'm terrible. Alright, so after they stop James Corbin, he gets shot by Mrs. Luthor. With a through-and-through bullet. Sorry for giving that detail, but yeah. And she is apparently, somehow he ends up at Cadmus Labs. If you all knew who Cadmus Labs is, which are apparently going to be the big bad of the year. And, the big bad of the year. So, so if you don't know who Cadmus Labs is, Cadmus is an evil organization. Cadmus Labs is an evil organization with evil lab. Kind of like Star Labs, but evil. Very evil. Okay, they're shown predominantly in Young Justice. So if you want to know details about Cadmus Labs, just go watch Young Justice. That would be the best way to do it. And, let's see here. Oh, we do find out how many years are exactly between Kara and Clark. 12 years, apparently. Clark's technically older by 12 years. Which is funny because, in all actuality, technically, if they would have gotten Earth at the same time, Kara would be 12 years older. But because she was stuck in the Phantom Zone for so long, they altered that. But okay, this is what makes her Supergirl. It's okay. Okay, so yeah, so in the end, so Corbin's given the Cadmus Labs, as I said. Sorry for getting off track there. I'm ADD. It's gonna happen. And this one evil-looking lady, I thought it was Mrs. Luthor at first, but it's somebody else we haven't really been introduced to yet. And she's like, alright, I can either press the red button or the blue button. Let me know if you want to live. Guy presses the button to live. Of course. She presses the button to keep him alive, turns him into Metallica, or whatever his name's supposed to be. And he's a bad guy who apparently runs off kryptonite, I think it is? Something like that. I'm not real sure on that. But we'll meet him next week. We won't have to wait long to have a fight, the showdown between him and Supergirl. Supergirl and Superman with him. And Superman did say in this episode that he is going to help Alex and Kara find their dad. So that's going to be his main plot point. So he probably will be around about the mid-season finale when they find out about Cadmus. And probably about he's in next week's episode. He's probably going to be in the mid-season finale. He's probably going to be in maybe the mid-season premiere. And definitely the season finale. So that's like 4 episodes. 4 more episodes at least. So that he'll probably squeak in a few more episodes. I'm not really sure. I know he's not going to be in the entire season. But they do have the Superboy who's in the Kryptonian in the pod, who is Mon-El, who will probably, I think, is going to be a season regular. I'm not real sure on that yet. I'll let you guys know as we progress, as I find out more information. But okay, so I've been yammering long enough. I need to go take my nap. I will let you all go, and I'll talk to you guys tonight after the Flash episode. Peace.